think I remember sending him an email saying, "Hey, if you want me to don the blonde wig and pointy ears again at any time, you know, I'd be happy to." So I think that started a conversation that led to some serious thought about it. So in the story, you know, the idea was that Legolas, leading into the Lord of the Rings, would encounter, you know, the dwarves and go on a journey to essentially lead him into what will become the Lord of the Rings, and create that kind of sense of history, that conflict, that idea of who the elves are and who the dwarves are, and set that, you know, dynamic going. It was wonderful to connect with my inner elf, if you like, to come back to that inner elf. You know, the fluidity of the movement of the character, the sort of simplicity and ease with which they carry themselves. It was kind of like, after 10 years of, you know, living my life, coming back to that kind of centered place of Legolas was really actually kind of wonderful. The world is a fascinating thing to step into, Middle Earth, and the themes, basically I think the themes that run through this film, which are very similar to the themes that run through Lord of the Rings, are good versus evil. The smallest, most unlikely character can prevail, you know, will prevail because of the heart, you know, and they're just heartfelt. They're, you know, they're fantasy, and but there's a very human sort of core to them, you know, and you know, and I'm sure that comes from, you know, Pete, Fran, and Phil, you know, in their ideas. So, and of course from Tolkien's genius writing, but there's a humanity within that fantasy world and a heart that really transcends, and I think takes an audience on a great journey. I feel like I have, I feel very privileged to have a great friendship with Pete. I respect him so much as a director, and I really enjoy the process of working with him. You know, he's very funny. He's always making me laugh. So, but his approach to making this film. He's sort of in his element, you know, and it's so. Where would you rather be, you know?